What if reality as you know it is a scientifically engineered illusion? What if the universe is not made of solid matter, but is actually a complex, massive holographic projection? You have probably heard of the Matrix. You have probably dismissed it as a fun science fiction concept. But what if I told you that the Central Intelligence Agency already investigated this exact concept over 40 years ago? And what if I told you that they concluded the Matrix is absolutely real? Welcome back to Vantage Elite. Today, we are opening a classified file that was never meant for the public eye. We're diving deep into the declassified 1983 CIA report known as the Gateway Experience. We're going to explore the cutting-edge science of brainwave manipulation, quantum mechanics, and the shocking military revelation that our entire physical universe is nothing more than a holographic simulation generated by interacting energy frequencies. But before we decode the fabric of reality and look outside the simulation, I need you to do something. The algorithm that controls this platform actively suppresses declassified intelligence in deep dive investigations. They want to keep humanity asleep. To fight back against the shadow ban, I need you to hit the like button right now. It is the only way to force the truth into the system. And if you are ready to unlearn the lies of physical reality and join an awakened community of independent thinkers, hit the subscribe button. We don't just scratch the surface here, we expose the core. Now, let us bend reality. Act 1. The Gateway Experience. In the early 1980s, during the peak of the Cold War, the United States intelligence agencies were desperate. They were looking for any technological or psychological advantage they could find. They were no longer just building advanced weapons, they were trying to weaponize the human consciousness. In 1983, a United States Army lieutenant colonel named Wayne M. McDonnell was tasked by the CIA to investigate a highly experimental mind control and consciousness-altering program developed by the Monroe Institute. The program was called the Gateway Experience. The goal was not spiritual, it was purely scientific and tactical. The CIA wanted to know if a human being could use specific audio frequencies to alter their brainwaves, separate their consciousness from their physical body, and travel through the space-time continuum. They wanted to create the ultimate untraceable psychic spies who could bypass any physical wall or locked vault in the world. To achieve this, the Monroe Institute developed a groundbreaking audio technology called Hemi-Sync, which stands for hemispheric synchronization. Normally, the left side of your brain and the right side of your brain operate independently, firing at different frequencies. But the scientists discovered that if you pump a specific, precise audio frequency into the left ear and a slightly different frequency into the right ear, the brain attempts to bridge the gap. In doing so, both hemispheres of the brain synchronize into a single, highly focused, laser-like frequency. When this happens, the human consciousness shifts. The mind is no longer restricted by the biological limitations of the physical body. Let me ask you a highly personal question. Have you ever been falling asleep or waking up and suddenly felt a strange vibrating sensation in your head? Have you ever experienced sleep paralysis or felt like you were floating above your own body for just a few seconds? Comment the word yes down below if you have ever experienced this. Many researchers believe these moments are accidental natural slips out of the physical simulation. If you commented yes, your consciousness has already touched the boundary of the Matrix. The CIA discovered that through Hemi-Sync, humans could intentionally trigger this out-of-body state. But when they investigated where the mind actually goes when it leaves the body, they uncovered a terrifying scientific truth about our universe. Act 2. The Holographic Universe. When the intelligence agencies analyzed the physics of the gateway process, they had to confront a massive problem. If the human mind can leave the physical body and travel instantly to any point in the universe, then the physical universe cannot be solid. It has to be an illusion. Lieutenant Colonel McDonnell's classified report dives straight into solid-state physics in quantum mechanics. The document explicitly states that solid matter does not actually exist. Everything around you right now, the screen you are looking at, the chair you are sitting on, the walls of your room, and even your own physical body is just a dense collection of oscillating energy fields. At the subatomic level, atoms are 99.9% empty space. The only thing that makes an object feel solid is the frequency at which its energy is vibrating. But if everything is just vibrating energy, how do we all see the exact same physical world? The CIA document explains that the universe is a massive, complex hologram. In laser physics, a hologram is created when a primary laser beam is split, bounced off an object, and intersects with another laser beam to create a three-dimensional image out of light. The universe works the exact same way, but on a cosmic, unimaginable scale. The Gateway Report describes the universe as a giant interacting energy grid, a massive spinning torus. Our human brains are essentially highly advanced biological radio receivers. Our brains decode this complex ocean of energy frequencies and translate it into the three-dimensional reality we see, hear, and touch. You are not living in the universe. Your brain is rendering the universe, mathematically, in real time. You are literally a localized consciousness decoding a digital holographic matrix. This explains how out-of-body experiences, remote viewing, and telepathy are scientifically possible. If the universe is a hologram, then every single part of the hologram contains the data of the whole. Your brain is already connected to every other point in the universe through the quantum energy grid. You just have to tune your brain to the right frequency to access the data. I want you to think about reality for a second. Have you recently experienced the Mandela effect? Have you noticed strange glitches in your daily life, like items disappearing and reappearing, or entire memories that do not match current history? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Many quantum physicists now theorize that these glitches happen when the universal hologram receives an update or when timelines merge. Let me know what you have seen. I read every single comment. Let's expose the glitches together. Act 3. Escaping the boundaries of time. The most dangerous part of the CIA's Gateway document is not the revelation that the universe is a hologram. The most dangerous part is when the military explains how to escape it. If the physical universe is a holographic projection, then space and time are not absolute rules. They are just the software programs running inside the simulation. Time is not a straight line moving from the past to the future. Time is just a measurement of energy vibrating in the physical dimension. When a human uses the Gateway Hemi-Sync technology to synchronize their brainwaves, they can alter their frequency so drastically that they phase out of the physical dimension entirely. The CIA calls this state Focus 15. In Focus 15, the human consciousness completely detaches from the space-time continuum. You step outside of the hologram. So what is outside the hologram? What exists beyond the matrix? The Declassified document calls it the Absolute. The Absolute is an infinite, timeless, silent void of pure, conscious energy. It has no beginning and it has no end. It is the raw, unrendered source code of the entire universe. When a human mind reaches the Absolute, they can see the past, the present, and the future happening all at once. The shadow government and global elites understand this quantum reality. They understand that human consciousness is infinitely powerful. That is exactly why the modern world is designed to keep you stressed, distracted, and operating at the lowest possible brainwave frequencies. They pump your food with chemicals, they saturate the air with toxic heavy metals, and they flood your digital screens with mindless entertainment in artificial fear. A stressed, fearful brain operates in chaotic beta wave frequencies. It cannot synchronize, it cannot focus, and most importantly, it cannot escape the physical hologram. They are desperate to keep you locked inside the illusion, because a human being who realizes they are the architect of their own reality can never be controlled again. Act 4. The Awakened Resistance. The system only works if you believe the illusion is real. The Matrix only has power over you if you remain asleep to your true quantum nature. But you are not a biological machine. You are not a powerless victim in a random, chaotic universe. You are a highly advanced node of infinite consciousness, temporarily experiencing a holographic projection. Once you understand the science of your own mind, the invisible prison walls simply dissolve. You have to take back your frequency, disconnect from the fear-based algorithms, stop letting the mainstream media dictate your emotional state. Train your mind to focus, ground yourself, and recognize the immense untapped power locked inside your own skull. If you made it to the end of this declassified file, your frequency is already shifting. You are officially part of the resistance. Prove it by hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you never miss a transmission. Like this video to help us bypass the algorithm censorship, and leave a comment below with the word awake so I know exactly who the real Vantage Elites are. The universe is a hologram. The Matrix is real, but your mind is the key. Stay awake, stay sovereign, stay elite.